Welcome to Friday with Big Fish, Little Fish, everybody, because Craig Thompson, the big boys and girls, are back at Addington tonight. What a meeting we have, including the first really big trot of the season and a really big pacing race. It's going to be a beauty.
Be a great night, isn't it, Michael? I mean, it is the first basic lead up to the New Zealand Cup. We've had races leading into the last month, but this is really the first guide or the first race that people analyse. The Morris Holmes Bays has always been the first lead-up race to the Cup, and they've got a pretty good field here, Michael, including the favourite for the New Zealand Cup, pre-norms at this stage. It's a pretty hot field. I mean, I think the club have done very well. I mean, we've got no copy of that. We've got no Spankham here this week, but, gee, I don't think they could have got a better field than what they've got tonight.
No, that's race 7. It goes at 7:42. If you're only watching one harness race for this entire weekend, that will be the one. We've seen a few races this season, 2 so far. Self Assured's been too good for his stablemates who are there, and the Robert Dunn runners. But a couple of interesting runners come in here, Craig. AG's White Sox, a horse who's had nothing short of a remarkable last 12 months, from Inter-Dominions to being involved in that horrendous Ricky May scare. Incredible horse, has looked good at the workouts to me, and Spirit of St. Louis dipping his little toe into open class. Does any of that change the dynamic of this, or do people watching this just take the 1.8 for Self Assured?
Just take the 1.8 for Self Assured, Michael. I mean, put it into context. He's $2.10 at this stage to win the New Zealand Cup, with Copy That and Spankham in the field. He's $1.80 to win the Morris Holmes Bays, and neither of them in the field. He's won 2 races. He's got race day fitness. I actually thought the bookmakers may have opened him a little bit shorter, purely because I think the fact at the moment is he's on everyone's lips at the moment as being the clear top pick to win the Cup. Yeah. And he's in great form. There's a little bit of a trepidation about standing start manners. That has been a little bit of a problem with him. But he's at this stage won races with adversity, because in both races that he's won, he's come from back in the field and run past runners to win the race. The moment he finds the front, Michael, he's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, I think he'll win. I agree with you. I think the $1.80 would be $1.50 if we thought he was going to step. But look, I think he'll probably step. If the All-Stars have had an Achilles heel over the last 10 years, it's been standing start manners for a number of their big guns, because they race so much in the mobiles when they're young, because they're so good, that they don't get to race in the grades. So I think he'll win. AG's White Sox, we know how good he is. He was the revelation of the Interdoms back in December. Can he win this fresh up? Because I actually thought the bookies underpriced him at 5.5, not because he's not good enough, but because it's such a tough thing to do after such a big break.
I tend to agree with you. I think he's absolutely good enough to win the race, but is he at the same price as Princess Tiffany, who beat Self Assured at the workouts last week, has had 2 runs back and finished 2nd and 3rd behind its stablemate in both races, and gone 2 good races, and probably on the up and up. And even another Masterpiece, who's $9, a good standing start horse, was great through the Auckland Carnival. I'm surprised he's at that price, but he is a bit of a favourite horse, AG's White Sox. I thought he may need another run. Just on what I've seen, he's had 2 trials. He got beaten by Minstrel there a fortnight ago, who's franked that form in the Currao Cup. But Self Assured is a beast, Michael. So you'd have to be right at the top of his game to win tonight.
Well, so you're making it simple for punters. Just go $1.80, take the win bet?
Well, I think so, Michael. I think he's clearly been the best horse in the last 18 months going around. And nothing suggests to me that he's not on the up and up at the moment.
Yep, I agree with you. Okay, the trot's race 5. Majestic Man versus Winterfell. Winterfell's the Inter-Dominion champion. He's going to win Trotter of the Year. That is for sure. I just think Majestic Man gets him for speed at the start here, Craig. And I'm not saying they're the only 2 chances, because Enhance Your Calm and Pres LaBelle are very, very good horses. But Majestic Man was good last start. He looked to me like a horse who was in the zone. And I think Brad Williamson's got a horse who's fit enough now that he can drive him to beat his rivals. He can get to the front and say, when you come at me, I'm just going to start rolling. I just think he'll win.
I agree with everything you say. I believe he'll be in front. The only thing I would say about this race is I'm surprised Winterfell is as long as he is in the market. Majestic Man and Winterfell have met 6 or 7 times. Winterfell's got the edge on Majestic Man on every one of those occasions. But yet the bookmakers are giving you $5.50 on Winterfell and $2 on Majestic Man. Maybe this week Majestic Man may beat him, but on their record, Winterfell's been the better horse of the two.
But
I just think
haven't most of those clashes been that way rather than that way?
Correct. I agree with what you're saying. I just thought his last run at Auckland, albeit right-handed, of 50 metres, he couldn't have gone any better that night. He probably would have gone near a New Zealand record run to get as close as he did behind Tailored Elegance. It was actually the longest run.
I think what's interesting is if Enhance Your Calm gets in the way, Majestic Man early, that would totally change the dynamic of the race.
I think also, Michael, people look at his Auckland form as being wonderful, and it is wonderful because he's near unbeatable at Alexandra Park. You remember he's won 6 races at Addington as well. It's not like he just doesn't like the place. No. He's just been more comfortable right-handed.
Look, there's no reason you can't back them both. You can't have your 4 units on one at $2 and save with 1 unit on the other.
I do believe it is a race in 2. As much as the market suggests Enhance Your Calm's as good a chance as Winterfell, he's never suggested me and Enhance Your Calm is in the same category as Winterfell. So I think $5.50 was certainly a fair price for the Mark Purdon-driven runner.
Okay, everybody loves having a punt on Friday night before they tune in to watch a bit of footy and enjoy themselves, especially when it's cold, Craig. By the way, this is one of the last race meetings of winter. Thank God. God, I'm sick of them. What do you like? What else do you like in the day? Because there's some Mark Purdon horses early on who are really short, who people might be able to multi up, but I'm not so sure you can back them straight out.
La Rosa in race number 4 is a very, very nice maiden, taking on a couple of all-stars runners, including Shan Noble. She's had 3 starts, 3 placings. Mark took her to the trials the other day and she smashed them, Michael. If you get a chance, get on HRNZ, have a look at that workout.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep.
You don't usually get the workouts from Ashburton, and this is something that HRNZ have introduced in the last month, where basically every workout that horses go to, we get the vision, which has been great for people looking to have a bet. And I thought La Rosa was certainly one that impressed me. So race 4, number 1, I thought she would be a really hard horse to beat. And I'd go again on the Currao run on Minstrel. I thought he was okay behind Italian Lad. He got the right run in what was just a dawdle around the sprint up the lane. He's got a handicap advantage this week over Heisenberg, Franco Niven, and Jazzy Star of 20 metres. I thought, Michael, if he got burnt at Currao, go again.
Funny enough, I had a real think about that race last night, and I thought I didn't like it enough what I saw at Currao. So I'll go against you there. I'm willing to lay Minstrel. Not that I play on Betfair, but I'm willing to lay him anyway. Mate, it's going to be a fun night. To everybody having a bet, Craig, your website, just for people who want to punt more in depth than, say, the 4 or 5 races we talk about?
Mate, we've got a special that'll run out on Sunday, so you've got a couple of days to get involved. $39 for the month. Michael, that run through June, July.
I take it that's next month, Craig, not this month, because it's only 3 days.
Yeah, so, you've got the opportunity in the next 3 days to take up a monthly special of $39, and that'll run out, as I say, on the 1st of September. So www.walesharness.co.nz.
Mate, see you Sunday to preview the next of the Addington meetings, to everybody having a bet on Friday night. Gee, I hope you're back on it.